demonic entity entered into this high school, causing a wave of possession among students. Find out what happened next in our recap of the movie Supernatural. The show begins with a scene in a high school lunchroom where a blonde teenager named Taylor is being verbally attacked by her classmates who call her derogatory names. The head cheerleader declares that Taylor is no longer welcome at their table, prompting her to seek solace at an almost empty table where April, a comparatively fat classmate, is sitting. April tries to comfort Taylor, but the latter responds by lashing out and insulting her appearance before storming off the next day in the bathroom. Taylor is crying and fixing her makeup when April approaches her from behind. Fearful, Taylor apologizes for her previous remarks, but April comforts her, leading to a physical altercation. April violently attacks Taylor, smashing her face into a mirror, hitting her head on the sink, and ultimately drowning her in a toilet. Throughout the assault, a black tear drips from April's eyes, suggesting something supernatural is at play. Afterward, April finds herself in a mental ward, where she confides in our protagonist, Sam Winchester, who is disguised as a lawyer. Taylor expresses frustration that no one believes her, despite telling the truth. But Sam assures her that he's there to help and encourages her to share everything about the incident. Though hesitant, Taylor reveals that she felt possessed during the attack, aware of her actions, but unable to control them. When Sam asks about any unusual smells like sulfur or black smoke during the possession, April dismisses the question, considering it absurd. Later in the car, Sam provides his brother Dean with a detailed update about April's situation. He suggests that April may have been possessed by a demon, even though they haven't observed the typical signs like black smoke and sulfur. He then suggests they go to the school and investigate the matter. Dean initially resists, teasing Sam about their past experiences at Truman High, the school they briefly attended. He questioned Sam's motive for wanting to return there, but eventually agrees to investigate. After Sam convinces him, the story then flashes back to 1997 when Sam is a shy freshman, and Dean is the cool guy in a leather jacket. Sam feels frustrated about frequently changing schools and leaving behind friends, and hearing this, Dean reassures him that once their father returns, they will settle down and lead a happy life. Next, Sam enters the classroom and comes off as rude and arrogant. While finding his seat, he accidentally drops a butterfly knife, which catches the attention of a nerdy student named Barry. Barry is impressed by Sim's quick reflexes and introduces himself. However, trouble arises when a larger student named Dirk starts tormenting Barry by flicking his ear. Seeing this, Sam steps in and firmly tells Dirk to stop surprising him with his assertiveness. Now back to the present day, Dean puts on a funny disguise, wearing tight shorts, knee-high socks, and a red headband. He becomes Coach Ron, a substitute gym teacher with a quirky personality at Truman High School. Dean then introduces dodgeball as the game of the day, proclaiming it as one of the greatest games ever invented. In the midst of a chaotic dodgeball game, Sam enters and informs Dean that there are no signs of demonic activity or strange substances in the school. Following this, Sam acknowledges his earlier mistake and suggests they leave after lunch. The scene then shifts to a laboratory, where a nerdy student is fixated on a food processor. Suddenly, when his classmate mocks him, the nerd loses control and inserts the bully's wrist into the processor, resulting in a gruesome injury and blood splattering. However, immediately afterward, the nerdy student collapses and a dark liquid oozes from his ears. Sam arrives at the scene and recognizes this as a clear indication of demonic presence in the school. Afterward, Sam checks the school lockers for any signs of supernatural activity and discusses the situation with Dean. They don't find any indications of the supernatural in the school, but come to the conclusion that a ghost has possessed the nerdy kid. Looks into the school records, and while it may seem unrelated, he also finds information about the legal status of cheerleaders. In those records, they discovered that a student named Barry Cook killed himself in 1998 in the same bathroom where another student, Taylor, passed away. It seems that Barry's method of operation involves using nerdy kids as vessels to take revenge on bullies. Dean asks if this aligns with Barry's typical behavior, and Sam responds with a sense of sadness, stating that Barry had a difficult life. Do you want to see part 2 of this recap? Smash that subscribe button and comment, "Where's part 2 of this recap film reel?" Thanks for watching, and I will see you at the complete episode of this recap.